Hi everyone, it's Laura from Divine Light Yoga. Today I am tackling the 3 questions that I am most asked on day 1 of my kids yoga teacher training. So I would say these are the 3 burning questions that everybody has on their mind, especially if you're new to teaching kids yoga. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, because not only does it keep you up to date on all my new videos, but it does help other teachers and parents to find my videos and resources. So the first question that I'm always asked is, how do you keep each child, each age group engaged in your kids yoga classes? Quite simply, the early years kids, I sing a lot. I pretty much sing for 30 minutes straight. And I also use my magic bag. If you haven't seen any of my videos on what a magic bag is and how to use it, then please take a look at that. For the older children, so let's say the 8 to 11-year-old, I keep them engaged by using their brains, stimulating their brain, as well as working with their body and their emotional well-being. So for 8 to 11-year-olds, they love problem solving, they love facts, they like analyzing, they like logic, and they also like to challenge their physical body as well. Doesn't mean overstretching, doesn't mean doing pretzel poses. They challenge their body by doing balances or crossing over different body parts. So things like eagle pose is a really great one for the 8 to 11-year-olds, but basically challenging them, their brain as well as their body. And then the teens, keep them engaged by making it relevant. What do they need from you that day? What's going on for them physically, mentally, and emotionally? And then making sure that you keep all the techniques, practices, and concepts that you share with teens completely relevant to them. So that's how I keep it, very simply, that's how I keep it engaging for each age group. The second question that I'm always asked is, how long should a yoga class be? Personally, I think for the younger children, so for the babies and the toddlers, up into the 3-year-olds, I think 30 minutes is a great amount of time. If you're working with a yoga studio, they will probably want you to do 40 or 45 minutes, but I really recommend not going over that 45-minute mark with the younger children. It's just too much, it's overstimulating, it's overwhelming, and they get tired. Once you go to the 4 to 7-year-olds, 45 minutes, 50 minutes is a great time. Again, once you get up to 50 minutes, they start to get a bit overtired, and then they just start having meltdowns and they're not really learning anything. So keep it to 45 or 50 minutes. Then 7 years plus, 60 minutes is great for them. You can really go in depth with the concept and your teaching. You can have a nice relaxation with them at the end. And then for teens, you might even do 75 or 90 minutes, which is great if you're doing workshops. You can do 90-minute workshops in which they're getting the movement, the mindfulness, the meditation, and a really nice, well-deserved, much-needed relaxation at the end. And the third question that I am asked all of the time is, how many children should you have in your class? Honestly, this really depends on you. Some teachers love to do one-on-one, some teachers love to do very small groups with just 3 or 4 children. Others love doing events and festivals where they might have 60, 70, even 120 children in one group. It really depends on you, how you feel, what your experience is, where your confidence is at, and really how much you feel like you can manage. Obviously, managing one child with regards to behavior and how the class is flowing is going to be easier than managing 120 children in one group. However, if you're teaching 120 children, chances are you've got parents there, or you've definitely got some sort of assistance. Wouldn't recommend 120 children all by yourself, but it really depends on you. So I really love having 8 to 12 children, but I used to teach, I have many years experience of teaching in schools in which I would teach 25 to 35 children. And I'm completely confident and comfortable with that. And I know I can connect with every child in that class, even if we only have 30 minutes together. So it really is up to you what your personal boundaries are, what your experience is. Obviously, the more experience you have, the more knowledge you're going to have of what you like or how many children you like to work with, how you like to connect with children, and how you like to share kids yoga. So that really is a personal one, but the most important thing is know your boundaries and of course keep it safe and make sure that you can stay connected with each of the children in your class, whether you're working one-on-one or you're working with huge groups. You need to make sure that all the children stay safe and you stay connected with all of those children. So those are the 3 questions that I am most asked, kind of a quick fire round. But if you're interested in going more in depth with me and if you want all of your questions asked, then I suggest you come onto one of my children's yoga teacher trainings. I run them consistently throughout the year. I'm in Hong Kong, Bali, Thailand, Dubai, all over the place. So check out my website and I would love to have you on one of the teacher trainings.